Pablo, first impressions of Rugby Park, Christchurch, what have you done while you've been here?
Yeah, I arrived a couple of days ago and they've been awesome with me, really welcoming me and my family, and they show me around, show me all the facilities, getting to know a lot of the people that work here, and it's been an incredible first week. Not just training with the team, not yet, but getting to know many of the guys and many of the people that work here. It's been and settling down with my family as well and helping me with that. It's been a really great first week.
What is it that appealed about this team and New Zealand to come and play in Super Rugby here?
Well, everybody knows what the Crusaders is. I have known the Crusaders since I was a young kid watching them in TV. I was really lucky to be able to play against them, something that in Argentina we always thought it was impossible. But with the Jaguars being able to be in the competition for a couple of years, it was a dream come true to be able to play against them. I never thought I was going to be able to actually play for them. So I thought that the dream was already come true, but now I think that there's something more to do. So I'm really glad to be here and to have the opportunity to be here.
What's the adjustment in terms of life here going to be like? I mean, have you found a good Argentinian barbecue restaurant, or is Razor taking you surfing, or what's that going to be like?
I didn't know there was so many Argentinians around. Like when I arrived, I started receiving messages from a lot of people from Argentina. So we are a couple here. There's Argentinian restaurants also, but I wanna enjoy New Zealand as well. I'm loving this place. I'm loving everything about Christchurch. My family is loving it too. So really looking forward to explore. To get to know. I've been in the beach also, beautiful. So really enjoying my time here.
Razor, are you going to help him get acclimatised to Christchurch life over the summer?
Yeah, we are. Like you said, a lot of the Argentinian community have reached out, and they love a party. And I think Christmas Eve's their big Christmas event for them. So He's well connected already, but I think just the difference from Paris, as you mentioned, to here is a big difference, and he's a country boy at heart, so he's got a good balance here in Christchurch.
Pablo, how much was this move about not only coming to play rugby, but bringing your young family across to experience a new life for a wee bit?
It was a big challenge. My partner made it possible, to be honest, because we had to move from Paris to Argentina, and then from Argentina coming here, and obviously with the COVID and getting a spot in the manager MIQ and everything, it was quite challenging. But we put a lot of effort and we make it happen. So I'm really glad we're finally here. We started talking with the group like 6 months ago, and I really didn't know if it was going to be possible, because every day things change and it was getting harder and harder, but I'm really glad I'm here and I'm really happy. I receive a lot of support to be able to arrive and being here, so I'm really glad to be here.
What do you make of your new kit?
I just received this, it's my first shirt, so I want to keep it. Yeah.
How do you feel about the Jaguares, them ending because of COVID? I mean, it's the team you played for a few years.
Yeah, it was really sad, to be honest. In Argentina, being part of Super Rugby was massive, really big, and it helped us a lot in our rugby as well. We were all training together, playing together. A lot of young guys being able to play really good rugby in Argentina, and from one day to another, the game was cancelled because of COVID. We were playing against Highlanders at home, and we never ever played again. Everyone had to start looking for clubs and went to Europe, and so the team do like from one day to another. It was quite hard, but it is what it is now. We're looking forward. I'm really happy. A lot of the guys now everyone found a club and is playing good rugby. So I'm sure that in the future there's going to be another new opportunities, and the team is going to be fine.
What do you remember about the 2019 final here?
Well, it was unbelievable. We played 4 years with Jaguars, and we struggled at the beginning, and being able to, in our last year playing here in Crusaders, the final against the best team, it was quite awesome. It was awesome, but it was also maybe we lost the biggest opportunity in our life to really be the champion. So it was hard as well. So I hope I have another opportunity.
Number 8 or flanker, what's your preferred player position in the loose forwards?
Well, I really don't care. If I'm in the field, I'm happy. So I can play other positions as well. So anything that puts me in the field is going to be fine.
Ray, do you envision, there's some of the sets you can use there with the players you've got, trying quite a few different trios there?
Yeah, that's the good thing about it. With this experience coming in, playing international rugby in all the 3 loose forward positions is really important for us, and it's a high attrition of players in that position. So you normally lose 1 or 2 loose forwards over the season, and you need depth in it. And with losing Tom and Fitu to Japan, when the opportunity came, it was pretty clear with Pablo. And what I really love when Pablo mentioned one of the reasons he was coming over was that he wanted to learn to be a better player, obviously to win championships as well, but to learn and help his own game. And then said he believed he could help us in our group. And when I talked to a few of the leaders about the opportunity coming over, it was a yes straight away. They didn't hesitate. We know that what we'll gain from him, and the experience he'll get for us, and gain himself as a player.
How's this week going to work? When will he meet the leaders? I know obviously All Blacks aren't until next year, but who's here this week?
Look, we've got a lot of all the replacement players, all the young first year players. So no All Blacks are in, as you know, but he'll come in for lunch today and just meet a few of the names. It's quite intimidating when you get 60, 70 names chucked in at you pretty quickly. So it's just one of those slow builds, and he'll come in for lunch, and then 6th of January he'll be in full time with the rest of us. Just give him the time to freshen up. He's been on tour for a little bit, been a bit of a hell of a season for him. So state of mind's really important for him in the new year.
Have you spoken to any of the All Blacks yet? For instance, Richie, any word on how many games he might take, or when you'll get to that conversation?
We're going to wait for the draw just to be finalised before we make a decision on that. But yeah, look, I've talked to pretty much all of them and connected in, and they're just happy to be home and back to life to normal.
You've obviously got a bit of time, Pablo, before rugby does start up properly. Is there anything you want to do as a bit of a bucket list in New Zealand while you're here? Because I imagine when you come to rugby, usually you're kind of in and out. You don't have heaps of time to do stuff.
Yeah, but actually I wanted to start training with the team and everything, but Razor told me tranquilo. So yeah, maybe this weekend I might go to Akaroa. They told me it's beautiful there, and we got some days also at the end of the year. So I don't know. Maybe they told me the South Queenstown is incredible, but I don't know. I still want to explore a little bit more Christchurch. I think there is a little town, but there's a lot to do. My little one loves nature, and here is like we went to a farm, we went to the beach, we went everywhere, and he's loving it here. So I don't think I have to go too far to make everyone in the family happy.
You obviously know Razor a little bit, but what do you make of him as a tour guide this far?
I'm impressed, to be honest. I arrived, he is like super direct, super honest, and chill at the same time. So I was a little bit nervous about meeting him and everything, but he makes everything so easy, and he's been so welcoming to me and everything. So I'm really happy to meet him. Looking forward to learn a lot, improve my rugby, as he was saying, and that's it. Take the most of this opportunity.
Is it surreal to look back at that final against the Jaguars, and the guy that was basically the heart of that team is now standing next to you in a Crusaders jersey?
Remember that grubber? You put that little the little kick in down the sideline, and that was beautiful. That's when I thought, geez, he can really play. It's until you sort of someone played your own team, you don't realise how good they are, and there was a few nods in the coaching box, and it was just full respect to him. But I think that's a great thing about rugby and footy, that we can do it, that, you know, that super teams in New Zealand are allowed to have foreign players come in, and just adds to the diversity and the excitement, and there's more cameras here than most media sessions, so it just shows how important it is, and it just sort of transcends just your own country but the sport itself. And you know, everyone's excited. Everyone was Pablo here, and how tall is he, and how big is he, and how's his English, and good English, didn't he? It's great English, so that's important as well. But look, it's just great for a team. It keeps us fresh. Yeah. Speaking
of great English, how's your Spanish?
Oh, un poquito.
Not bad.
Yeah. We both speak French, and I lived on the Spanish border for 3 years, so I know more Catalan, bon dia, which is sort of like a hybrid French-Spanish, but yeah, we'll get there.
Just last one from me. Yeah. Not a lot seems to change in Crusaders side year to year. You kind of stick to what you've got. How refreshing is it to bring in someone like Pablo into the side and mix things up a bit?
Oh, look, as I mentioned, you know, you've got a few new faces, a few names. You sort of, you don't reinvent yourself, but you're bringing a whole new group of energy with Chitaroa coming in as well. It's exciting, and a lot of guys with experience that come in with also the young guys. You get a really good mix, and it keeps, you know, your Sam Whitelock, who's into his 14th year, the Richie Mo's coming in, just to, you know, they love their rugby, and they'll sit down and they'll talk and discuss and find out what makes the Argentinians tick, and draw out the best in them. So it's exciting for all of us. We're just looking forward to next season.